Hey folks, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. Okay, today we're talking about No Other Choice. It's a South Korean film directed by Park Chan-wook and stars Lee Byung-hun. I mean, those two names in itself should get fans of Korean cinema to jump into this film and check it out. Now, if you haven't seen that many Korean films and you haven't heard of those two names, you should still be checking this film out. I mean, it got a lot of positive attention. I mean, this was in talks to be potentially a rival to 2019 South Korean Oscar winning film Parasite. Now, with all that positive buzz, fans and critics enjoyed this film. The Oscars snubbed it. Now, look, I don't, I don't really care about award ceremonies and things like that. Over the past, 5+ years, these big award shows, they've been a joke. No one takes them seriously. I mean, the viewership for these things has tanked. So who cares about that? Personally, I enjoyed about 70% of this film. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's perfect. Yeah, I'm just being honest with you. I like 70% of this film. There's a chunk of it where I felt like it really dropped off. So let's jump into it, shall we? You've got Lee Byung-hun as Mansu, his character, who seemingly has a perfect life. Beautiful wife, two kids, couple of dogs, a lovely home, has a great position at a paper manufacturing company, which is he's been at for a very long time. Things are good. That is until he loses his job. He's basically made redundant. And from there, everything begins to crumble around him. He struggles to find new work. Paying bills starts to become difficult. They need to cut costs. His marriage starts getting rocky. It gets to a point where, they have to potentially sell the family home. And that to him is the straw that breaks the camel's back, basically. You push a man far enough, I mean, he's capable of almost anything. And that's really what this is about. How far can someone be pushed down to the point where they have nothing to lose before they decide to fight back and go crazy? And look, it's not a new premise by any means. There's been films that have, dived into this sort of a genre before, but it's really how the story plays out that elevates films like this. Yeah, so let's jump into some of the positives. Okay, firstly, the look of the film, the aesthetics, visually, it's fantastic. There's almost like a dreamlike state at times. The way the camera moves, even sometimes the camera lens has this glare on it, this highlighted look that gives it that dream-like essence. It's well directed overall. The film is just well directed. The acting, though, that's amazing for the most, especially Lee Byung-hun. I mean, he's the standout here. He's great in everything he does, but in this, he's exceptionally good. There are a few side characters which I think go a little over the top, but for the most, Lee Byung-hun is the star of the show. I won't give any spoilers away or like any kind of major spoilers, but story wise, as I said earlier, I enjoyed like 70% of this. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. For me, what worked was this very personal journey about a man who sacrificed pretty much a big part of his life, working for a company that he takes a lot of pride in, all doing that while raising a family, having everything kind of to the point where he's a man, having all that just pulled out from underneath him and seeing him become unstuck, lost, not being able to figure out his purpose. I've been in that position. I'm sure a lot of other guys out there have been in that similar position where, you've lost your job and you've just had to struggle and struggle. It's hard, man. You feel hollow. It's gut wrenching. And seeing the character go through this kind of journey, this path, the thoughts he has, it's so relatable. And that's what really captured me about the film. That's where I got the most connection with this character. Now, of course, if you've seen the trailers or even, read the synopsis of this film, you'll know that his answer to getting his life back on track basically is to take out the competition. and and this is where for me the film starts to lose me because it undercuts the relatable nature of this character. I get that, you can push a man to his limits, and that man then can be capable of anything. But most of us men, we have morals. We have a limit, and that's the thing. You can't go into the disbelief territory because that's where you're going to start losing people. Because I had this moment where I was like, do I even care about this character anymore? Yeah, it's odd because, like I said, for a majority of this film, I fully was invested. And like I said earlier, 70% I enjoyed. It's a 7 out of 10 from me. It's a fine South Korean film. Lee Byung-hun is the star here. He's fantastic. The directing is excellent. I think definitely go and check this film out. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the day.